John 11:38. Iesus ergo, rursus fremens in semet ipso, venit ad monumentum. Erat autem speluncna, et lapis superpositus erat ei. Therefore Jesus, again bellowing within himself, goes to the monument. Now there was a cave, and a stone set over it. Intervening between our subject and our verb, we have a circumstantial participle, fremens. Fremens is representing the underlying Greek embrimomenos. We discussed this verb a little bit a few verses ago. There's more Greek in that episode than we typically deal with, but not nearly enough to deal with the relevant philology for this word. It will suffice to say, I think it is best understood as earnest desire and visceral emotion, without necessarily being specific about what kind of emotion and allowing context to dictate that. Usually, perturbance and annoyance is what the context dictates, but there are some cases where it seems to be grief, and other instances where the subject is not even human, but is tied to earnest desire in some sense. I think fremens, to roar, or to mumble, or to growl, is a fine translation, but at any rate what we do have is rursus fremens in semet ipso. Semet is more or less a alternative form of the reflexive pronoun se, so in semet ipso is a fine translation for in heauto. Now, those with a careful ear during the Latin recitation will notice that I pronounced this E as short in venit. The reason being that the underlying Greek is erchete, a historical use of the present tense, so also our translation was probably a historic use of the present tense, as the translator is prone to do. Therefore, venit and not venit. The only other thing to keep in mind is that superpositus erat is pluperfect passive third person singular. It comes from superponere. Therefore, to make that tense, we take the third principal part, make it match with the subject in gender case and number, and add the relevant form of esse in the imperfect tense.